Hello Leo, thanks for joining me for the February of 2020 Taroscope with Animal Totem. My name is Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I am a born psychic who has been doing readings professionally for over 30 years. I do psychic tarot and psychic astrology, and I also do past life readings too that are available. Today we're going to do a reading with the Rock and Roll Tarot deck as the main portion of the reading, as always, which is my own design. Then we're going to follow up with a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is also my own design. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there will be an additional card pulled. This month's card deck is the Sacred Travelers Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. This is the reading for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Leo Moon. I have thoroughly shuffled the cards in between the spreads, in between the videos, and I am now going to just do a loose shuffle to allow Spirit and to pull the cards out that are appropriate for this reading. This might not be the way you do it, but this is the way that I do it. Again, this is for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Leo Moon. It's kind of a big month for you, Leo, because there is going to be a full moon in your sign this month. You get one new moon and one full moon once a year. So this is your annual full moon, and it is occurring on February 9th. So that's going to be real powerful for you. Now, full moons bring things to light, bring things to illumination. You may see something something could be revealed to you. It's also a powerful time, the full moon, for releasing. So if there's something that you're trying to release, this would be a good time to do so. Okay, the very first card is Strength, which traditionally means strength and patience, kind of hang in there. Things might be moving slow. But I often will use this as a Leo card because it has the lion right on it, number 1. And then it has that number 8, which is August, which is your birth month for the most people. So it's kind of like your card in a way. I don't think it is when there are astrology signs assigned to the major arcana, and I don't think that is yours. But I personally do associate it with that. You know, this card has been out in I don't know how many readings. And, you know, I know it's February. It's time for the big Valentine's Day deal. And I know I don't really care about Valentine's Day, sorry, I just don't. But many people do. And I almost feel like it must be that it's out in the collective. That just love is in the air, that this card is showing up. So Two of Cups is there. Two of Cups and Ace of Cups. When these two cards show together, we usually are talking about some kind of a big love relationship kind of a thing. The other thing is, if you look at an astrology wheel, the sun is in Aquarius, and you're over here. So right now, this time, your opposite sign on an astrology wheel, that's your partnership sign. And then the full moon is coming up here in your sign. So every year at this time is a time when you can, you could potentially meet somebody. This would be a good time for love if you're looking. When you have, another thing is you've got the Ace of Rods here too, over here. Now, when you get Ace of Rods near some love signs, this is very much a sexual card. Let me just get a quick drink of water, please. The Ace of Rods is a card of, it's a phallic symbol, and it can be very much a sexual card, and it could talk about that it would be a very strong sexual relationship. It's also a card of planting seeds that will bloom and grow. So if you are single and looking, or whatever you're looking for, trying to manifest, now is the time to plant the seeds. But if you're single and looking also, it can talk about planting a seed. Like maybe you need to just put yourself out there, or join a dating service, or whatever. You know, it talks about planting the seeds that are going to bloom into whatever you want them to be. The Hangman is right in the middle. So again, that's another card of pause and reflection. There's a couple cards here of pausing, waiting. Excuse me. And so that's going to be a thing. So even though you're starting these new beginnings and you're planting your seeds, you may not see the manifestation, or you may not see them come to fruition for a little while yet. After all, the aces aren't the full thing. It's only the beginning. Only the beginning of what I want to feel forever. Yeah. So it's only the beginning of what you want to feel forever. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll tell you another thing. Page of Cups is here, so that's news coming. No emotional news, probably. You know, some kind of news is coming. But there's a couple things here. When it's next to the Hangman like this can really be a time of being connecting with spirit. Connecting with spirit, getting spirit messages, getting downloads. That could be really going on. But another thing, a spirit child. I use this card for a spirit of a child who's wanting to be born. And when it shows with the Ace of Rods, it absolutely can mean a pregnancy can occur. So if this is for you, and you're not planning a pregnancy right now, then you definitely want to take the precautions. If it's for you, and it could be somebody else. And if it's for you and you're trying to, you're wanting to, have a baby, then it could be good news, But note that that is possible. You can take it either way, however it's going to be for you, okay? Coming down here, we're following this Ace of Cups down, and it's leading to this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords could be male or female. There's no gender in these general readings. But it's an air sign, probably. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or happening or coming in the time of air, which would be now. I mean, most of the month we're going to be in Aquarius. The sun will be in Aquarius until the 18th. So sometime before the 18th. But again, back to what I was talking about earlier with the wheel, like say this is the astrology wheel. The air, you're fire and air feeds fire, and that's your natural partner. That's your natural, an air sign would be your natural partner. Or it could be air, sun, rising, moon, Venus, it could be a lot of things, but this would be the thing. Could be a younger person or has younger vibration. And Leo, that's great for you. You need that young energy. Leo rules the 5th house in astrology, and it's very youthful, and that would work very well with your vibration completely. You got to believe you're worthy, and that's usually not a Leo thing. Usually Leos don't have any problems with self-esteem. I'm just teasing you, Leo, but that's a thing. That's a thing. You may think that this person is out of your reach or whatever, but the world is here. And it says they think the world of you, and these things are going to, whatever you're starting now, even if it's not a love relationship, although that does seem to be a theme. It seems like a theme in every one. It's just crazy how this is coming out. But whatever you're starting now, you have the potential to reach the world. And the world is surpassing your own, whatever you're shooting for and then beyond. So it's bigger, better, more than you've ever thought it could be. I mean, it could be really something. So don't hesitate, get it going, plant those seeds. You're going to be getting some downloads. You're going to be led. You're going to plant the seeds, and Ace of Cups can be like that, asking for help, especially like here. I guess it could be prayer, asking for help, and then you could be receiving the information. Okay, I'm going to start shuffling up for an animal totem card for the Leos for February. I want to make a quick announcement about the special readings that I offer. I always have readings available on my website, but I offer these periodically, these limited time special offers. And I'm going to do one more extension on the year ahead. It's been hugely popular this season. So end of January, and that's absolutely going to be the cutoff. So if you're watching this in January, you have till the end of January to get your year ahead reading. And then starting in February, if you're watching in February or starting in February, just note that that's when I'm going to start offering the ingress readings. I'll take the year aheads down and we'll put the ingress up. The ingress is a real powerful psychic astrology reading that forecasts the upcoming season. I do offer them every year round. That's for the Aries ingress. So it'll be the upcoming season starting in Aries and forward. For most of us, it'll be the spring, But if you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be the fall. Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle up for our Leos. And don't forget about your powerful full moon on the 9th. That's really powerful. Okay, let's shuffle up for our Leos for February 2020 Leo. Hummingbird is love. Get the hell out of here. This is crazy. Hummingbird is love. It's a sure sign of love when you see a hummingbird. Okay. First word on the card, love. Love abounding. Laughter and joy. Elevated vibrations bring glimpses of magic. The fairy folk surely dance nearby. Savor the sweet bouquet and taste the nectar of life. Yeah, taste the nectar of life. Usually that's nothing that I have to repeat to a Leo again. Leos are just usually, you're all about tasting that nectar of life. But it just seems like it's going to be really, really emphasized during this time frame. And this person could absolutely be, it's going to be important to you. Now, if you're just like first of all, if you're just not looking at love, I would say, check your rising and moon. But love has been coming up in every single reading pretty much. But also, this could be a creative project. It could be a lot of things. It may not be necessarily a love match. And we have soulmates in all walks of life. I want to say what I always tell people, too, in the private readings. Take a look at this spread. Let this stuff pop out at you. That's how it's cool about this deck. Maybe today love pops out at you. And then if you watch it again another day, maybe soulmate pops out at you. Whatever pops out at you, that's how you can use this cards and this reading to get personal messages in a very general reading. You can get personal, your spirit can show you things, okay? All right, I'm going to start shuffling up. We're going to use the Sacred Travelers for our Patreon people. The way I do this is I charge one price through Patreon, and then you have access to all 12 readings. You don't have to pay per video. So every reading is going to have a bonus card, and you can watch them all if you choose to join Patreon. Level 2. Please do visit my website. I have all sorts of books and decks and other readings. I have t-shirts available and other art stuff in the art section. The coloring books are more like, almost like spiritual growth workbooks. A few of them are, for sure. So do check that out if you're interested. I want to thank everybody who's supported me through the years, and new people as well, for liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing. If you can't find my videos, you can always hit subscribe. I want to thank you so much for all your support. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great February, a great full moon in your sign, and I'll speak to you soon.